Bitcoin is currently dropping. I'm going to be talking about the best next trade on Bitcoin and why I'm actually looking to trade a long and both a short, whether we go up or down from now. Now, we obviously have had the FOMC decision rate of not raising or cutting rates. I think that was 24 hours ago, and Bitcoin has actually started to drop from that. As you can see, we got Bitcoin dropping from 90k. Now, obviously, we had wanted to short this zone. I wanted to actually wait for a pump from 88 all the way higher to 90k. However, just to be truthful, we did go live, I think, yesterday, and we decided live, or I decided live, not to participate or take any short, even though in hindsight, I mean, we could have made some money by shorting 89 or 89.5 to 90k. I think that was a very, very smart decision to avoid participating in the mayhem and chaos that was, happening during the FOMC. And now with a clear vision and actually with the dust settling, we got the NY Open in around an hour, and we could be potentially looking to trade Bitcoin. We got a drop, and we actually could be logging and shorting Bitcoin. Now, before talking about the best next trade, I also want to preface by saying that Bitcoin is technically still holding well at around 86.5 as support, and I'm still holding on into my long and short. For those who are confused, we managed to actually catch an amazing short from the top at 96.4. I'm still holding this, but also when we had dropped, we knew that Bitcoin would most likely actually give us a nice positive reaction off of the 86.5 zone of us taking liquidity and hitting the value area low, so that we actually, rather than closing and maybe taking profits out of our short, we actually decided to enter a long trade amazingly well from the bottom on Bitcoin. Booked some profits, but I'm keeping this long, running for longer, not because I'm anticipating a huge bullish move. Technically, Bitcoin is still actually bearish. Technically, I'm still waiting for lower. Yesterday and the day before that, we did say, and I did tell you guys that mathematically, statistically, I'm still waiting for the low of 86k to be hit. There's a high possibility, 80 to 90%, that Bitcoin will go sometime in the near future to go back and hunt the liquidity of the low. So I'm technically more bearish, but that wouldn't make me close the winning trade. As you can see, move the stop loss to entry, so let's let it run. Whether Bitcoin goes up or down, I'm still technically bearish, but we'll be making money either way. But now, with that being said, let me cover which shorts I'm looking for and also which longs I'm looking for on today's market. As you can see, because on the hourly time frame, just to cover the potential shorts first before I go into the in-depth maybe explanation of the longs. First of all, we got a new potential scalp trade to be looking for. As you can see, using the volume profile tool and getting an analysis of the current consolidation, we can clearly see that we have got an amazing important point of control, the highest volume area within the past, I'd say, 10 days or so, which is at around 89.4. But adding with that, we also got the confluence of this being just a bit higher than the current day high. So if Bitcoin actually gets some strength, reclaims 88.2, we could be saying or seeing an amazing move upwards, but later on catching a potential short. So for today's scalp, we could be looking for this, but we also are still interested in the scalp or into the much bigger trade, which is actually the one above us at the top of the move. As you can see, we got the top of yesterday's high, plus we also obviously got the high of Friday, plus we also got the anchored view up, the most amazing, most important resistance area that is pointing towards actually this downtrend still being intact. So in case Bitcoin actually does not give us the little scalp at 89.4, we could be waiting for a much larger move upwards into those highs, taking out the highs, giving us a potential fake out. If the fake out does happen, then maybe look to short this setup. So we have an idea for the larger time frame and an idea for the local little time frame scalp, as you can see. But now, with that being covered, let's talk about the logs. Now, I mean, the lowest hanging fruit that maybe we can look to scalp is obviously the daily low. We got the NY close to open, so maybe if Bitcoin takes out the low of the day, 87.5, look for a positive reaction. Maybe look to scalp this as a long potentially. Now, this is the easiest scalp. However, on the higher time frame for longs, I got two ideas that I'm still waiting for. Nothing has changed in the past couple of hours, because obviously we are still waiting for potential two levels, which are 86.5, where we could potentially look to actually get an amazing move with a positive reaction, hold 86.5, but I wouldn't be longing straight away. Like if we hit 86.5 and we get a reclaim and a hold of this level, I wouldn't be longing, because as I told you, there's a high chance that we actually breach 86.5 and go back to take the whole low in the market. So just to avoid making a mistake and longing too early, I will be waiting for a reclaim of the low at 86.9 to 87k. So once we get a hit of 86.5, I'll be waiting patiently for either a reclaim of 87k for me to enter a long, or we actually get the anticipated drop into 86k, and then that would cancel the first idea for a much larger long, and we will be getting into the other maybe more in-depth idea, which is actually getting a hit of 86k and then waiting for one of two scenarios. We either get actually a reclaim of 86.5 and then we enter a long, so we get a loss and a break of the low, then a reclaim of 86.5, that is the long setup, or we actually get the hit of 86, never be able to reclaim 86.5 and then cancel the idea of longing and avoiding long, because that could potentially mean if Bitcoin fails, as I told you guys, if we fail to, if we lose 86.5, fail to reclaim it, we could be potentially ready for an amazing strong move downwards. As I told you guys, Bitcoin technically it is in a consolidation, so after shorting the top, we have to be careful, not literally predicting this, but I'm just saying that once Bitcoin loses, if it loses 86.5, I'll be saying that while Bitcoin is below 86.5, I'm going to be cautious, holding shorts, and then maybe wait for a move downwards into 80k. So I'm not predicting this, I'm just saying that if we ever happen to lose this area, be ready to be more bearish, hold shorts, never ever sell a bottom. Don't be foaming into shorts just because we lost 86.5, but just play it smart by actually looking for shorts once we are pumping, so that if we happen to drop, you're ready to actually take an amazing more profits into 80k, and then potentially maybe we can catch a similar amazing bottom long as we had done with the most amazing trade, which is the short taken 2 weeks ago at around 96.4k, as you can see. Thank you guys for being super amazing, and hopefully you've understood what I said. I do understand that maybe I was talking a bit fast, and also maybe those trades, especially the ones that were, other than the little one where we're looking to long the fake out of the current day low, the other two are a bit more complex. I do understand, but hopefully you've understood that basically the ideas to look to long 86.5 and 86 are two-step setups. So the first one requires a hit of 86.5 and then a reclaim of 87. That's the first trade. The other one requires actually a hit of 86, a reclaim of 86.5, and that would be the setup. So we got two trades, very similar. One hit is the other one's entry, if you know what I mean. So I know that it is a bit confusing. Give me a second before I start reading the comments. Or more than a second. Hold on a second, guys. Let me just double check something very, very quickly, and then we'll begin by saying hi and greeting the fam, the champs, and then maybe after that get into maybe looking to trade all of this live. So the plan is to go live and take trades live. We'll see what happens and how we manage to trade and make some money. Yesterday we went live, covered the FOMC meeting, stayed for an hour and 18 minutes all the way till like 12:30 a.m. my time, and then unfortunately I had to go to sleep. But hopefully guys, you at least were able to maybe not trade, or at least I avoided making someone or let someone avoid losing trading or trades by randomly participating into the FOMC chaos. Now obviously, as I said, in hindsight, I'll be reading the comments in a second, but obviously in hindsight guys, I did tell you. Hold on, I need to refresh something. I'm not sure what is wrong with this. Hold on. So it is all right. Give me a second, or more than a second, apparently. Yep. So, mm, share. Give me a second here, guys. Alright, I think we should be good in less than 5 seconds. So we do this and then do that, and then hopefully that would be not it yet. Alright, so now it is it. Yep. Or not yeah, we're good. So let me read the comments, say hello. Thank guys for showing up. We got Wise Choice, we got Oyentembra, Zakaria. Thank you brothers. Alsman, confusing time for Bitcoin. I mean, not a lot, to be honest. Like, there have been more confusing times, but I do understand if someone is looking to trade, you could be getting confused. But as I told you guys, stop looking for trades, or stop getting confused if you don't have a trade. Yeah, I'm short from 89.6. Amazing. Hello, Steve. Thank you, Moto. Best time to DCA into Bitcoin. One of the best times. We got like gold jumping up. Rising a lot. We got silver, so maybe Bitcoin will get affected positively. But as I told you guys, it's not about actually, judging what other assets are doing. To be honest, like whenever I'm talking about like the investment side of like trading Bitcoin or treating Bitcoin, I will just say that it has dropped 30%. If you have a stable flow of income, if you're ready to buy at another 50% drop, so like we drop 50% from here, that would take Bitcoin to 45. Now it would seem impossible, could be close to impossible, but mathematically and realistically possible. So if you're ready to start buying and maybe like DCA all the way low, literally DCA, because it's fine to call buying like from 90 to 70 as DCA, but I mean truly DCA all the way lower and be ready mathematically. So that's why I tell you guys, whenever you are investing, especially into a high risk asset, you have to prep yourself for losing the money. Like, and that's why I tell you, like, if you're below the age of 25, you can realistically, especially if you don't have a family or like a family of your own, it is you can realistically put half of your net worth, or maybe 30%, a quarter, and still be ready to take a hit by Bitcoin going bust and going to zero. So that is why I think the upside on Bitcoin is much larger than the downside if you're someone below the age of 25 or 30 and you're willing to literally put almost more than a quarter of your net worth into Bitcoin. So what is the worst that can happen? That's the way I think about it. And now obviously this is from the investment point of view. It's totally different when we're talking about trades. Don't get them twisted, because I do understand that some of you guys don't yet have a clear understanding of what investing and trading are. Yeah. Good evening, champs. Thank you, my NGJ. Hold on. So we got Baski from Lagos. Thank you, brother. We got Mitwelli, Wayne the Legend, Arito. Good morning. Orientembra said I shorted 89.8 and have taken 50%. Amazing. We got Ivy saying, Habibi, please check ETH. I'll be checking ETH. If I don't, then maybe remind me in a couple of minutes. Right? Hold on a second. Let me double check. I have a feeling we might take out the daily high and break down further. Where would be a good area to short, Ahmed, just in case? I think it is exactly what I said, or that is one of the setups, unless you joined you didn't watch the first literal 6 minutes of the show, or maybe 8 minutes. Good afternoon, Ja. We got Muhammad Hanino, Wayne, thank you, Maggie, Sloth. The trend is your friend. It is true. It is a true statement, but irrelevant, I guess. Thank you. We got Maggie, Ken. Hold on, let me double check if I have missed a few. So we got Manuel. How we doing? Philip. Bitcoin is so boring. Hello, thank you. Hello, Maximilian. All right. So I think we got all the comments read. Job. Good afternoon from Pomo, Edo State. Thank you, brother or sister. Thank you for saying hi. Muhammad saying, can you explain how to explain? Can you explain how to explain? I think you mean without using indicator. All right. So let me quickly. I think I understand what you mean. Yes. So if you're behind a bit, just go watch the first 5 minutes or 7 minutes, and then maybe catch up with us. Yeah, how to determine. Yeah. So the easiest way of doing it. What is a daily high and a daily low? It's just basically since the day has started, since the daily candle has opened, what was the highest maximum level we've reached or price we've reached, and what is the lowest one. So just the easiest way of doing it, you can check the time and look at the candles, or just go on the daily time frame and then literally view the daily candle, the current day candle. I mean, obviously it will be the last candle on the chart, so it's this one, yeah. And then just see the top of the wick and the bottom of the bottom wick, as you can see. So that is the daily high and daily low. Yep, that is the easiest way of knowing where's the daily high and low. Second way of doing it is maybe just go in whatever time frame you have. You don't need the daily time frame, and then just look for when the day starts for you. So for me, it's at 4 a.m. Yeah, so I know 4 a.m. is where the candle opens. So let me see, after 4 a.m. had opened, so it is literally this candle. Yeah, has we ever gotten, or have we since gotten a higher price than the candle first 30-minute candle? We didn't. So this has to be obviously both the high of the first 30 minutes of the day, but also the high of the day. And obviously, like, we haven't gotten any price, I mean, since this candle, we haven't gotten any price lower than the wick of this candle. So I can immediately tell that this is the low of the day. So, I mean, that is how to do it both ways, if you know what I mean. Yep. But yes, just to answer you quickly, Mitwalli, as I told you, it's just this daily high filled with liquidity. The reason why I like this daily high is, like, look at this. That's basically the daily high. So, but before the daily high, we got like very, very close couple of candles all sitting, or the wicks of them sitting very, I mean, close to each other. So we got, I mean, a strong, consolidation. Not so strong, but I mean, it's defined by what had followed it. So the way I think about it, for those who, let me give you a breakdown of how to use this to make or get trades by, highlighting liquidity. So liquidity is just a theory, but in general, what I mean by this is that the reason why I'm just clearly loving the fact that we got, a consolidation with a perfect candles not breaching each other, with the first one being the highest, is that the thought process here is that, forget about this being the what happened before the daily open, but it is mainly what I'm talking about is like we got a consolidation. So let me mark the consolidation, just a rough zone, which is like here. So we got a consolidation. Forgot about whatever happened before it, but I'm just talking on the lower time frame, like even the 5-minute time frame. So what basically happened on the 5-minute consolidation, for those who want to get a bit advanced on trading, not so advanced, but I mean a realistic way of trading, rather than drawing lines and saying, oh my god, we're breaking up, we're done. You see this is a consolidation. So during consolidation, trades get open in a concentrated area. So there's a cluster of trades. You don't need the exit chart to know. Like, it's most like, I mean, Bitcoin gets traded 24 hours. Yeah. So if I tell you that Bitcoin did trade, I mean, in between 89.960 to around, again, like the top, which is 89.3, so almost 0.4%. Yeah, it traded for 3 hours. In between this area, and then gave us a strong move lower. Yeah. Now add to that we also got the daily high as a part or a close part of the highs. Yeah. So I mean, the daily high is this. So we got the daily high. This adds liquidity because most traders, some traders put the stop loss at the daily high. So we got the daily high. Plus we got in general a consolidation with a cluster and a concentrated area of trades with a drop. So what happened here is that the theory goes, or my way of explaining it, for those who want to take notes, my way of explaining it is that we got a consolidation where, obviously, without checking exit chart, Bitcoin was shorts and longs did get open in this section, in this zone. Why? How did you know? Obviously long and shorts will be open in a matter of 3 hours. 3 hours. Yeah. So with that being said, what happened after the consolidation is that we got a strong move lower. So think about it. We got a consolidation and then a drop happened. Who would be still in the trades? Like, we got a team of longs. Hold on a second, guys. Let me just do a quick type in. Yeah. So we got longs. Hold on. Let me do the and mark. Short. So got longs and shorts are opening here at the consolidation. And then we got a very much strong move, which is like around 2% of the consolidation. So who do you think is still not even making money, but who's still intact into the trade? Like, think about it logically. We're not talking about literal. I don't have a scan on who opened shorts and longs, but I'm just talking in general. We got a consolidation, and then we gotta move lower. So think about it this way. That's how I want to teach you guys to trade with real facts. So this fact is literally a reason to, enter a trade and make money realistically. This is not a pattern. I'm not wishing that a weird triangle shape give me a random stuff. This is a factual thing. So when we consolidated and then dropped, the idea here is that most likely a larger portion, if not all, not literally all, but a larger portion of the longs got liquidated or stopped out. Why? I mean, logically, think about it. Like, Bitcoin dropped 2% from a little consolidation. So, most likely, the higher concentration of, entries or trades that were taken in the 3 hours period, which is the yellow period, are mostly shorts. So let's just assume that we had a 50-50 of like 50% longs and we got 50% shorts. With the drop, it's more likely that it's like only, if not close to 99% or even 90% of the trades that are still open from the zone, from those 3 hour movement, most of them are shorts. So now that all of this rant, this side of the rant have been said, now we only got shorts here. So the idea here, now I'm going to add more power or more fuel to this, but let's start with this fact only. So we got the high of the day. We care about it because I told you guys, I told you guys and I taught you guys previously that mark the high of the day and then wait for the NY open so that we can maybe short. So this is a first setup strategy we've been explaining for months. So we got the daily high here. Add to that, we got the zone of liquidity, which is the top of this consolidation, where we got most shorts still living it up, enjoying their winnings. Yeah. So the way of thinking about it is that if the market goes higher and actually, especially during NY, which is after an hour and 30 minutes, if the market goes higher, I don't care. I'm not trying to predict this move upwards. I'm saying if this happens, if we go upwards into 89.3, not only will we be looking to short the take of the high of the day, but preferably going and liquidating and stopping out those shorts that were traded here in this consolidation before continuing lower. So for example, if Bitcoin wants to actually, technically, especially with the liquidity looking like this, we got liquidity below us. So the market would most likely prefer to go lower. But we also got shorts that are still running it up, enjoying their life. So the one possible scenario is that we get a similar quick pump as we saw with the dump. So we get something similar that just confirms the trend we just started. Because previously we got higher highs and higher lows, but now we are going to be only potentially started to form. That's, by the way, guys, that's only on the 5-minute time frame, but you can literally copy this and do this on every time frames. Yeah. So we had a bullish structure. We broke it, and now we could be potentially forming a bearish structure. So what if the market, before hunting liquidity and going to 86 or 86.5, we can, whether with this, we can maybe catch a long. That's another idea, but we can get a strong move upwards. I don't care about this. I'm not looking to predict and unlock this. Never ever. But what if we go here, go and hunt those short stop losses, take out the highs, especially the daily high, put a new high, and then catch a nice short. So notice how we short pumps, but smart way of doing it. So I'm not going to short unless we go take out the shorts, and then see the market go and continue this trend. Now, with that being said, that is enough to get into a trade, but let me add more fuel to this by literally telling you that also coincidentally, not so coincidentally, but also coincidentally, we got the volume profile tool. Now, this is an added reason. So we are already done with the explanation. There's only a confluence that would make me more confident in shorting this zone, is that we got the point of control of the volume profile tool. Now, for beginners, this is just a tool, a free tool, not an indicator, that tells you where most volume was traded. So we got the red line, which is the highest volume traded area, at around 89.4. So see how strong of confluence this is. Not only do we have the daily high, but we also got the consolidation of shorts and the point of control. Now, obviously, a final added fine print is the Fibonacci golden pocket, not that thing that I care about, but let me add it to the table of confluence. So count with me. We got the daily high, consolidation of shorts before a drop. So we got liquidity of shorts, and we got the point of control, and we got the confluence. The final one that I don't care about that much is the Fibonacci golden pocket. Guys, please clip this or do whatever. If you even can't send it to me, this is very important, because I literally just explained to you how to literally trade for a living realistically, without patterns, without fake stuff. Yeah. So now, what I would prefer, to be honest, to literally call the most amazing trade or most amazing prediction of a movement, is I would love if the market is like kind enough to give me a long like this as a little scalp, because this is the daily low, and then flip this value area low, give us a strong move upwards, catch the most amazing short here, and then go here to finally like decide what to do with the stuff that I said in the beginning. So that would be amazing, but that's not me predicting. So that's my preferred scenario. If we pump from here, I'll be shorting either way. If we dump from here, I'll see if we long. If it doesn't look good, I'll wait for lower. So this doesn't necessarily mean that I'm expecting or predicting a long followed. Let me do this as a green. I know you guys like colors, so I'm not literally saying that I'm going to long and then short and this is my expectation. No, I'm just saying in my perfect world, I would be doing this. The second perfect world is actually just reclaiming it from now and going to short either way. So I'd prefer this, but I'm okay with this too. If you know what I mean, let me merge them in. Yeah. Anyhow, so let me guys know what you think of this. If you have questions, please do tell me. If you can clip this, or maybe I'll clip it myself and post it, because this is the most powerful thing I have ever maybe said. Yeah. Give me a second to read the comments. Sorry guys, I was just in my zone explaining stuff, but hopefully it was interesting to you guys. And even if it's not, just trust me, just take note of this, because it's very important in terms of actually making money. And by the way, guys, let me preface and say it again. I said it, but I'll say it again, that even though the explanation was done on the 5 to 15 minute time frame, first of all, stop caring about time frames, because time frames are just a way of visualizing candles. They're a made up thing, right? Second of all is that this literal thing can be done, can be constructed, can be analyzed on literally all time frames and all outlooks. So I use time frames as a word, but I mean literally periods. So for example, this is a trade that encapsulates, like, forget about the time frame. I've been saying this for a while, guys. I can literally do this with all time frames as long as it is still including the period that I'm talking about. So I'm talking, rather than looking at it as me opening the 5 minute time frame or 15 and expanding on it, or so it's a strategy for the 15 minute time frame. I hate this kind of words or statements because it's very confusing. Like, what is a strategy that works on the 5 minute time frame but doesn't work on the 10 minute time frame? Time frames are just a way of splitting time. Yeah. So rather than using the word time frame, I mean periods. So this is a period of 8 days. But you can also copy this same exact setup. I say setup, but like analysis. Yeah, I mean, exactly we're talking about this. So we needed only 20 hours of price action, like from this consolidation. Let me do it from the top. So we needed almost 24 hours to get such setup. Yeah. So you can do this with 24 hours of time, but you can also do it with 7 days, or you can literally just go Now I only need the higher time frame, or I need to go on a higher time frame just to get a zoomed out look. It will be very confusing if I can, if, for me to explain 3 month long of price action on the 5 minute time frame. So I'm only going up in time frames to get an actual like viable look, a usable look on the market. But don't look, or some of you guys like get the, or listen to me or listen to the lesson, and then your eyes goes to what time frame I'm talking about. Don't care much about the time frame. I'm only using it to get a visual look, a possible visual look on what kind of period I'm looking for. Now obviously if I want to look at a analysis of 24 hours, I have to get a bit in the lower time frames. If I'm talking about a 3 month long price action, I need to go on the 4 hour time frame, 6 hour time frame, 5.5 hour time frame. Doesn't matter, I just need it to be a bit bigger in terms of candles. Yep. And I was just saying that the stuff that I literally broken down, which is like required only 24 hours of time, could also be replicated on a much higher time frame stuff. Like everything works on every time frames and periods. I only wanted to say this because I don't want you guys to be stuck looking for the setup or this way of thinking only on little time frames or periods. They can be done on larger scales, 1 year long worth of price action, or multiple, if you know what I mean. Yep. So let me just read the comments. Let me keep this because it's a nice drawing, but I also want to take a look at your guys' take or what you think of it. Yeah. And by the way, guys, before I start reading the comments, Weeks has told me, and they replied by telling me, I don't want to, air out your UIDs and emails, but they told me that 10 of the requested change of affiliation. So most of you guys have requested that, to support me, requested that your pre-existent Weeks accounts would be moved and changed under me. You sent me an email. I took those emails and requested the Weeks team to actually get them changed to be under me, and they just told me and confirmed to me that 10 of you guys, so I don't want to read them fully, but it's Renata, Ole, Christopher, Wise Choice, Justin, Musa, Find, Amit. I'm just reading the emails here. Emma Favor, Philo, Khalid59, and NY Nyambe. Those that have read their comments, their emails, please check them. You will be seeing a confirmation letter. For those who didn't hear the names, we'll see and take a look. So it's a very, very not so important thing, but I just wanted to know, because I'm not even sure if they sent you a confirmation letter that you have to sign, or just an email that you can disregard. I'm not sure. So just check your inbox and tell me also, how does the email look like? Does it require a confirmation from your end, or is it? And also, I just noticed that the Telegram thing is in Arabic, so let me give you guys the other one. So we got it now. It's done. Yep. All right. So it is join Telegram. Smash that like button. Thank you, TD4. Got General. Alaikum salam, TD4. Hamad. Hi, champ. I got a confirmation message from Weeks for the refer. Have responded to the email answering all their questions. Amazing. Thank you, Tom Brav. You just let me know now I know how the email looks like. So apparently, whoever applied or sent me an email to change Weeks affiliation, please check your email again to get the email from Weeks in your inbox by answering questions for the change. Thank you, Tom Brav. I didn't know how the email looked like, to be honest. Mohammed, super helpful. Thank you, Mohammed. Thank you, Jaden. Thank you, TD4, General Dictator. Let me read the names here. EH Fire said, your skin is glowing today, looking sharp and confident as always. Thank you for nice, kind words. I'm not sure if my skin looks any better, but hopefully as good as or as bad as usual, I guess. Thank you, Yusta1. Thank you for being here. Hamad said, Ahmed, I shorted ETH at 30.10. All right, 30.10. Amazing. I don't want to tell you, oh, you did something wrong. It's amazingly well. But also, like, notice how yesterday we said that we can potentially look to long ETH if it goes back to 29.35. But I literally made it an important point to not randomly and blindly long ETH. I told you guys that stop taking trades, especially longs, when Bitcoin is not giving us a certain long idea. Why? Because if Bitcoin does not go up, no matter how powerful your trade idea on any kind of altcoin, even ETH, it is an altcoin, it won't work if Bitcoin is dropping. Yeah, so just try to find confluence whenever you're entering trades. Now obviously, at least shorten yesterday, as Hamad has done, was more powerful because Bitcoin had resistance areas. It was viable to short ETH. So I'm not going to be calling what you did a mistake. I'm just talking in general about this exact long that is potentially offered. Got rejected from the anchored view up. I mean, fair enough. To all the viewers, please like, subscribe to the channel and stay on the stream. I guarantee you won't find this level of clarity, honesty, and no false hope anywhere else on YouTube. Thank you, Hfire, Free Fire, for being amazing and writing this nice comment. So thank you a lot. Yes, I mean, thank you so much for taking your time and writing this email or this comment. Sorry. I kind of like the community here being small. All right, let's keep it an underground community, I guess. Good morning, champs. Thank you, Lionel. Got Jaden. Yes, please clip it. All right, maybe I'll do if I remember. If I forget, then I'm not sure. Hopefully today's a profitable day. I'll manifest. Everyone will make some money. Thank you, Lionel. We got Mauritania. Thank you, brother. Fire said, if you avoid tools and indicators used by the masses like the RSI, CME gaps, etc., then why do you still use the Fibonacci golden pocket? Fair enough, since it's also widely used by the mass audience. An amazing question, very smart. So thank you. Now notice how whenever I use the Fibonacci golden pocket, I make it a point to say that I don't care about it, and that is usually the third to fourth. So it's like literally ranked lowest at or with the confluence idea. So like we literally ranked every single idea. I told you that the potential short that could be offered here is, first of all, I will rank the point of control as being the most important. So POC is the first reason. Second of all is the daily high, for example, or I'll say the consolidation. So liquidity, and then daily high. So this by itself is enough for me to look for a trade. I just said that as an added, unaffected, unimportant, kind of useless confluence, we do got the Fib golden pocket. Yeah. So it is a fair question to ask. It is true. Some would ask me a follow-up question, which is like, all right, even if it's the lowest, most useless reason, why do you still count it? Which is a fair question, but from my experience, it still does matter a bit, like a tiny bit. Yeah, like a tiny bit that I'm willing to give up in the next future, in the next like near future, if I happen to collect stats that would support the bad effect or the uselessness of the Fibonacci golden pocket. So it's a fair question, but it is usually not so bad if you have it as a final added factor, if you know what I mean. Yeah, from my experience. And that's also why I haven't maybe announced this, but I actually tested and I just started to test. This is a change that I didn't announce, and it started 2 days ago. I'm not sure, guys, if you noticed, but if you can see, I literally I'm playing out with the new Fib numbers. So rather than the usual 618 and the 65 that I had, right? I now have, or 66, now have 63 and 68. So what I did is actually bump the Fib numbers a bit higher. So for example, if they sit like here, now I have them setting like a bit higher, so like a tiny bit higher. Why? I mean, I haven't fully tested my theory, but I'm just saying that if the masses are using the Fib golden pocket, for example, to look for a short, and maybe like this is the golden pocket, because the Fibonacci golden pocket numbers are very famous, what if I move them a bit higher so that the beginners would short this, yeah, their own numbers, the known ones, and then it does a fake out. Yeah, so my theory is is logically sound, but I haven't fully collected stats to support it. So it would be very, very important, or very nice for me to back test this and also see this in the future and notice if it has affected or made the Fibonacci golden pocket any more important or any more important to me than it already is, like as a little importance, if you know what I mean. So it's a thing that I've changed. If you guys want to change it with me, test it out, let me know. If you want to do the back testing for me, because it will be taking a bit of time, you can do back testing and letting me know if you've noticed anything of that sort. Yep. Thank you, Renata. Hey, Shams. Thank you. How are you doing, Renata? I can't be live. Remember to hit 50 likes. Thank you, Renata, for being super amazing and for, at least commenting. So thank you for showing up. We got Maggie. Thank you for your appreciation. Hold on a second. We got Kevin again. Said, let's effing go. Looking for ETH entry at 2917. Might work out after liquidity sweep. Then fair enough. Yep. So if this happens, especially like I would tell you this, Kevin, like if this is uh, followed with or added with or taken with Bitcoin taking the low and offering a potential long, you can take also the long that you're looking for on ETH. So just wait for Bitcoin to show its hands and then maybe take a trade if it's given on ETH. I just tell you to wait for a reclaim of 2940, I guess. Like this is required. This is required. Plus Bitcoin has to do something bullish. Yep. I'll be cautious with taking a long before Bitcoin does this, or at least does this, if you know what I mean. Ahmed, great news. Thanks. I will look for my email. Thank you, Renata. Thank you, thank you. ETH is holding that bullish VWAP on the 4-hourly time frame. Bullish VWAP. Not sure which one it is, unless you're talking about this one, which is a bit under right now for me on this chart. Faith is carrying me me short at 8.8. I'm not sure what you mean. It does send an email. Thank you, Wise Choice. All right, so I think we have a confirmation from most of those who emailed me asking to move Weeks affiliation. Weeks now have just sent 10 emails to those people who've sent me an email confirming and asking to confirm if you want to actually move to me as an affiliate. So if you guys have sent me an email, just check your inbox now. I literally read them out, but I don't want to read them out again, but just Musa, Renata, Christopher, Wise Choice, Justin, Rongo, Find Amets, Emma Favor, Flo or Philo6, Khaled 59, and Inyambe 1307. Those are the email read out, the 10 emails of those who should have received apparently from Weeks an email confirming or asking to confirm whether they actually want to move. Yeah. And for those who haven't yet done it and they've been using Weeks, so they have an account with Weeks but would love and would like to support me and move to become under my affiliate, you can do that by just emailing me, as you can see here, contact official@shamscrypto.com. Send me an email and tell me, hi Ahmed, this is my UID and I would love to become affiliated under you on Weeks. That's basically it. That's for those who already have a pre-existing account made not under me previously. Yep. Obviously, if you have an account that was under me, you don't have to do it. Do this thing. Hello from Peru. I took a short at 90k, still on it or in it. Amazing. Hold on, we got more comments above, I think. Will short again at 89. Fair enough. That's Yus talking, not me. Hamad saying, Ahmed, more riskier coins like Solana have already broken their short-term uptrend. We could easily just dump aggressively at the New York Open. Fair enough, yeah. This is something which is within the realm of possibilities, I guess. Will you be looking at EXO to execute trades, like the footprint chart? Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I've been looking at this. That is what I use EXO for. For the most part. Like I have two uses. Or whatever that is on for EXO. I use it for general analysis of where trades and shorts and longs are at or positioned, and I also would love to take a general look of like how the market is responding to longs and shorts. So that's the first thing. Second thing is like I use it to watch for the reaction once the chart or once the coin actually does give me a certain move that I'm looking for. So for example, once we go here, hit this zone, I want to watch the reaction. So it has both uses. Hold on a second. Big welcome, Ahmed. What about ETH? I'll look at ETH in a second. I think that would be fair enough. We got H Fire saying, to summarize, a long position is considered if the 87 to 86.6k level holds, and a short position is considered at around 89.5. The second part is true. The first one would require every single listener to go back and watch the first 5 to 10 minutes because it is a bit more complex. Thank you, Muhammad. Thank you, Wayne, for posting. He just posted my Instagram. Thank you, Wayne. And also he said we need more likes. Smash the likes. Thank you, Wayne, for being super amazing. Thank you, Muhammad, too. Alsman said, I like the consultation, I think. a consultation explaining you just did. Literally writing everything after you to study it and try it and see the result. Amazing, Osman, you're a legend, and hopefully this hard work and taking this sort of stuff seriously would pay off in the long run for everybody who does want to actually like treat trading a bit more or more than a bit. I'd recommend seriously. Yeah, because obviously trading is not about predicting the market. Trading is very boring, math heavy, risk or loss heavy. So literally it's like a good trader is one who's willing to enter 10 trades and lose 3 to 7. That's the realistic part. Like you either have a amazing win rate of 7 out of 10, or so 70%, or you have a good enough realistic mathematical win rate of 30%. So these are usually the borders of a profitable trader. Someone you can be below 30%, but realistically at least you need 30%. So if you want to be a trader, it's not a matter of actually learning TA to predict the market and buy Bitcoin at the top or at the low and short at the top. This is not realistic. It is fake. It is almost borderline impossible. The real way of wasting your time learning and studying actual market data and order flow and liquidity is that so you can actually get just a little bit better, or I mean you should have the success rate of 30 to 70%. So I mean that is fine. So an average of let's just say 50 or 55. Yeah, I mean the difference between 30 is 50, yeah, 50 exactly. 50 is average of 30 and 70. And then once you reach this border or this zone of potential profitability, you would have to focus on not letting the losing trades become bigger than 1% of your account. So it is very easy. You have to have a success rate, or yeah, let's call it a success rate of 30 to 70%. Yeah. So I mean literally I've seen traders be on both end of the border, if you know what I mean. So I've seen traders who literally lose 7 and win 3. I'm close to this one. Sorry guys, I'm close to this one. But lose 7 and win 3, or win 7 and lose 3. Both are possible, and whatever is in between. And also secondarily, you have to work on something else, which is actually, hold on a second, which is the other part, which would be that you have to make sure that the losing ones only result in 1% of a loss of total capital. Yeah. That is it. That is the formula of a trader. I don't care about anything else. Like, you're only trying to learn TA, technical analysis, not to act smart and call tops and bottoms and be shocked of a trend line being broken. No, I'm just like, your goal should be like, you have to collect your own stats. That way, give me a second here. That way, you have to know which one you are lacking in. Most likely it is this one, by the way, guys. It's the total capital loss, because like most of you guys will be probably just losing 5, winning 5, losing 4, winning 6. Like you'll most likely be having this requirement checked, so you are close to being profitable, but you are not able to get the negative one. Let me adjust this, because I think negative would be on the other side. It makes sense to be on the other side. Hold on a second. So you have to also achieve this, which is actually like going back to every single loss that you took. Does it or did it result in 1% or less from your total capital? So if you had $1,000, did one of your trades lose you a big amount? Then, my friend, you are gambling, not trading. So you have to calibrate this, or go and calculate this, so that you only achieve a loss. And I say achieve because it's literally an achievement, a loss of 1% every single loss taken. That way, trust me, if someone comes to me and tells me I only lose 1% and I have a profitability rate of, for example, 50%, he's either, at 50%, he's either literally at break even, so literally better than 80% of world traders in the entire world, or he's literally profitable. Most likely leaning more towards profitable. Yep. So that is the whole point. Now, obviously, we have the other third thing, which is like, you have to make sure that winners run, right? So that you make sure it's like above, more than, hold on a second, more than, this one, yeah, more than 1%. Yeah, I know it's boring. I'm not calling for. I'm not talking about tariffs and Trump and the next big 10 meme coins are going to blow up. I'm literally just writing down math and explaining boring stuff. But money making is boring. But if you want to clip this, also you can clip that, guys. Uh, Hold on a second. Thank you, Alexander. Thank you, Wayne, for asking for the likes. Arito said, Ahmed, it's better to be verified if I want to add more money to my week's account. Working so far in US, no VPN. Thanks to you, I'm thinking to invest a little more. Thank you, Arito. If you want to invest, just make sure it is an amount that you have thought through well and you're not literally gambling your money. That's just me double checking, and hopefully like you make more money than you lose. And secondarily, it is not better, to be honest. No, I'd say that verification is a thing you only have to do once you are forced to. Like, that is the only point. Like, the only reason why exchanges actually require KYC is because they are required by governments and legislation. So if you don't get asked to literally verify yourself, don't. Yeah, that's the smart way of doing it. So there's a difference between verification is different to securing your account. So you can put a password, two-factor authentication, whatever like protects your account. That is what you should be maximizing. This is irrelevant, or KYC in your account is irrelevant to security and protection. Quite the opposite. Some would say that KYCing goes against security. You can have a debate on this, but I mean, just doing the basics is fine. Hold on a second. Give me a reason here. I think at some point you need to verify if you're withdrawing more than, yeah, exactly. And that is obviously one of those reasons, because but that's as I told you, this as Mitwali is saying. So if there is a minimum or a maximum or a cap of how much you can withdraw without being verified, and you need to withdraw more than this, you literally can't live off the daily minimum or the daily limit, then that is essentially falling under the statement which I said, which is like, unless you have to. Yeah. So if you have to, if you're forced to KYC yourself, do it. If you're not, just enjoy trading on weeks with no KYC. So unless they slap your hand or stop your or tell you have a limit or a maximum cap and you need to go overboard, then verify yourself. Unless that's not an issue or a case or the case, then you don't have to verify yourself, and maybe I would tell you not to. Yeah. So that is the formula. Hold on, let me delete the thing here. Yep, that is the formula of becoming profitable. I mean, the most important one is like, let me rank them by importance. Hold on a second. So let's do this and then go to 30%. I'm quite enjoying having like almost 90 to 100 viewers watching me do math and talk about boring stuff on a daily basis. Thank you guys for being amazing, to be honest. But that's the whole point here is like, try to not try. You have to. It's a forced thing. That the first one is something I have to force you, or you have to force yourself, I guess. So I have to force yourself. Yeah, which is not lose more than 1%. Unless I'm making this little exception that I've made like out of my mind for my little viewers who wanna trade and enjoy trading with $100, even though you won't be making that much money. If you have $100, try risking 5%. But if you're over that, trust me, you're not gambling. And let me give you the real truth to why most of you guys would not be willing to cap their losses and stop losses to result to 1% as a loss. Why? Because this inherently and mathematically would also mean that you would be capping the potential win or potential profit. So that is why if someone like would take this and run with it and be happy about me talking about it, once they try to apply it to their own trades, they would see that for them to only lose 1%, they have to also cap their winnings at 1 to 2 to 3%. And that would feel boring. Like if someone has $1,000, they would be fine with accepting the reality of capping their loss, but they would eventually find out that capping their loss mathematically would mean capping their winners too. So like they are used, like most of you guys as gamblers, sorry guys, most of you guys as gamblers are used to what? As you are you, for example, if someone has $1,000, they are used to like losing 100, winning 200. FOMC meeting, they lose 500, but then they gamble the money and they are back at 300. So they are used to big numbers. But the reality is, with this fact, is that with $1,000, if I force you to apply the 1% capital loss, not only will you be losing $10 on every trade, which is like fine of you, from your point, it's fine. I'm okay with losing a little, but most of you guys aren't willing to accept the reality that capping yourself at $10 would probably mean that you will be winning 15 to a maximum, if you're super amazing, of like $50. Yeah, so that's the range, a realistic range. Most likely it falls close to the the $15 to $20 mark. Yeah, so like you are willing to lose this, but you are not willing to win this. That is a reality. Like this left side applied results to this. Like you are, sorry guys, maybe you can clip this, and I'll clip I'll clip stuff from here and post on the video on the channel. Like most of you guys are accepting this as a rule, but not as an applied rule, because this would mean that someone having $1,000 would have this as reality of their life. Like someone owning $1,000, they're not used to someone telling them you're only allowed to make $15, $20, $30. They'll tell me, oh my god, I will never ever make my millions. Yes, you won't be making millions. Who the, without any using foul language here, who told you that you can turn $1,000 into $1 million? It's not realistic. You can gamble your money, guys. You can gamble your money. Just go into Weeks, open. Yes, by the way, Weeks has a feature of, I'm not sure, 400x maybe, 200x. But yeah, you can use this feature, guys, if you want to lose all of your money. Yeah, yeah. And by the way, guys, this actually goes against the trading volume and the profits and the fees and the affiliates. Yeah, so you can use 400x. If you find an exchange that has 2000x, go with it. If you want to gamble your money, yeah, please. So do it. If you want to do it right. Or if you can't, sorry guys, let me have this back. If you can't handle this reality, then you have two choices. As I told you, gamble. I mean, I wouldn't recommend it. Hopefully you don't do it. But if you want to, it's your money. It's your life. Yeah. Or you can, even if you don't think it's gambling, I call it gambling because it's factually gambling. So you can gamble by doing anything but this. Or you can just accept that you are not made for trading, which is fine. By the way, like trading is one of the, not worst, but one of the most niche, hardest businesses to start. I say business because it's a way of, I mean, you have to treat it as a business. So you have other stuff to do, like try e-commerce, try actual commerce, try getting an actual job, try whatever. Like you can open up an actual business, do what else? Like what we got here, like we got affiliate marketing, start a page, start a service online, or actual service. Like you can have other businesses if you don't accept this as a reality of trading. Yeah. And then like this regarding like what you can do as an investor. Like I'm talking about trading as a job and a way of making a living. Yeah, stop confusing trading with investing. Yeah, if you can't handle this, just buy Bitcoin, hold Bitcoin, and go live your life by having a job, which is fine, guys. I'm not hating on a job. That's a actual thing of. I'm not against university. I'm just saying that it's like it. Like I have friends that I know personally. It would make sense for me to have friends that I know personally. But I'm just saying that even my friends that I have, they literally. Like I see them, for example, I have those who have a winning profitable business and they want to get into trading. And I tell them, why do you want to get into trading? You don't even have the time to get into trading. And also it would make zero sense. The most stupidest thing that you can do is that you have an amazing skill that you can monetize, right? And then you just want to trade on the side. This is stupid. If not impossible. Yeah, it's not technically impossible, but it would be stupid for you to have a business and then want to start another one. So I mean, that is a very, very like large issue. Like I tell him, like you are barely investing. Why do you want to get into trading? And I mean, the main answer for those who are like for my friends and most of you guys, the main issue here is not that you want to actually become a trader, is that you don't know the difference between investing and trading. Like if I explain this and I tell you what investing is, you'll probably say, okay, that's what I wanted. I wanted to invest. I wanted to buy Bitcoin. Sorry, Ahmed. Now I want to buy Bitcoin and focus on my business and my job. Yeah. Let me see what the comments are saying. Hopefully, sorry guys, I'm sweating from, I think, shouting loudly. Not so loudly, I guess. Yep. Give me a second here. Boring makes money. Exactly. Mitwali, I think at some point you need to verify. I've read this, so right, let me go back. Arito saying super valuable information, Ahmed. Now that I'm seeing trading as a business. Thank you, Arito. You're a legend. Thank you for your time and giving this for free. Absolutely no worries, brothers. I'm living well, not I love above my means, but I'm living well to not be selling such basic information that would help our community. To be honest, guys. Yep. Ahmed is giving us the summary of how to win. Thank you, Mitwali. Hamad is saying, problem, Ahmed, most people are unfortunately in a desperate situation. So using higher leverage is like the way out, but is hella risky. Yeah, right. So also going to the casino is hella risky, but it's like for those who are desperate, I guess. I mean, being desperate should be you should use your desperateness, if that's even a word, or whatever that is, the actual noun in it. Noun. You should be using the fact that you're in a desperate position. That's a way, that smart way of not knowing the noun. Yeah. Uh, to your advantage by having the back. I mean, you have nothing to lose. Plus, you have your back to the wall. So why not do it right? Do whatever could make you money by actually being smart. Like, why gamble? Like, what? I mean, this is not an excuse. Don't tell me, oh, I have $100. That's why, oh, poor me, I have to gamble 50x, 100x. No, guys, that's not an excuse. This is a thing that I'm not going to be accepting. Like, you can tell yourself if you want to play the victim card, but trust me, you're wasting your time. Not wasting time. You're wasting your life, maybe. Support Ahmed, support our community, refer a friend. Thank you, guys. I mean, I like to talk, so I guess bring more people so we can maybe start a revolution. Big Huggies saying, this is the exact part people misunderstand about leverage trading. Great work to cover this information. Exactly. Like, see how like I covered all of this without even talking a tiny bit about leverage. Why? Because leverage frees up capital and maybe, you know, maybe speeds up things a bit, yeah, and maybe if you have little capital helps a bit, but other than that, if you have $1 million theoretically, you don't need leverage, because like if someone, most of you guys are using leverage to get to a fake $1 million as a or less, obviously less of a trade, yeah. So why would you need leverage if you have 1 million? Unless you want to free up capital, as I said. So, and also, like, I wouldn't recommend it if you have $1 million. Hello, Ahmed. I was profitable for like 2 months and a bit, but recently, like past 2 weeks, I've been losing. Is this just unlucky period, or am I still not unprofitable? Not profitable, sorry. So I will tell you this. So you've been profitable for 2 months and unprofitable for 2 weeks. The only issue here is that I don't have enough data or information about what you take exactly, because like you could have been profitable in the two month period just because you took less trades and you got lucky with one trade, and on the 2 weeks you maybe just were normal and you lost, or maybe you did a mistake. So I can tell you that the only person who can know the answer is you. But I see that you've been being able to become or stay profitable for 2 months as a testament of you just having a tiny bit of a mistake. So I cannot know what it is, but hopefully it's not something that big, to be honest. I would tell you to count and see what how many trades were taken in the good period and the bad period. Is the 2 weeks period, does the 2 weeks period have more trades than literally 2 months and a bit, or not? If yes, then it's clear case of overtrading. Hamid saying, I like this guy very much. Keep up, bro. Thank you, Hamid, for liking me. I like you too. Fully agreed. Gambling is a mentality, not just a casino game. Exactly. Arito said, told all of my friends I found the best channel with logical information. Personally, the best trader. Thank you. You were so nice. Just copy trade Ahmed as an investor. Hope your friends not seeing that. I mean, I would love for them to see it. I tell them and I use them as examples. Most valuable content on the internet, as I've been saying since before the English channel was made. Thank you, Salam. You're a legend. What do you expect? What do you think? What do you expect to happen Monday at 2 a.m. your time? What do I expect? What do you mean? I didn't get the thing. All right, so I'll hopefully, if I don't forget, see if I can clip this stuff or this part to sleep. Yeah, I mean, fair enough. That's a very, very logical, fair, fair expectation, I guess. Anyhow, yeah, and regarding ETH, as I told you guys, I want to just play it safe. We've covered the short idea, we covered the long idea. What else? Yep, maybe just look at Solana. Whenever everything is down, I like to not laugh at Solana, but see how like weak everything is. That is a proof that you should stop. We might as well just talk about everything today, guys, just because Bitcoin has been boring. Solana, and not literally Solana, but every single coin except Bitcoin, and I'm even willing to put Bitcoin on the same, category once it fails. But for the time being, Bitcoin has proven itself, even as someone who's very skeptical of everything, has proven itself to be a good enough of an investment for the long run. Like, you can hold this thing as an asset for 2-3 years, but you can't convince me that holding Ethereum for 2-3 years is smart. So look at this. Like, literally, I'm not hating. This is factual, guys. Yeah. Unless you had bought Ethereum before 2021, you literally just wasted the most amount of money by holding ETH. It's literally at the average price for the past close to 5 years now. Yeah. So exactly 5 years. Yeah. So this is ETH. That's one of the most best performing coins, by the way. Like, this ETH literally made your money. Like, you invested into ETH and it got locked for 5 years. I'm just using this as an example of an average price. And then, like, not only did you lose money on inflation, but maybe possibly even on the price change. Now, that is ETH, one of the best ones. Now, look at other ones. Solana, you could have made money if you had only bought during this zone. Yeah. But other than that, you also just wasted and got beaten up by inflation. Plus, I mean, it's much worse than ETH because it is literally at the lower end of the average. So you are most likely to have lost or are losing, 30% or so. Like, most of my viewers who have bought Solana, as an average assumption, I would say are losing currently 30%. That is Solana, the second best one. Now, obviously, there's outliers. I guess BNB, if I'm not mistaken, most of you guys use as an example to go against my rule of hating investing into altcoins. But I mean, obviously there will be exceptions to the rules. Let me find the actual BNB coin. Hold on a second, guys. I just got this jumbled up, or I had them ordered, but then I pressed the button and got them all not in order. So I think I cannot tell where BNB is for some reason. BNB. This is Bitcoin. This is, I'm not sure. Maybe I removed it. I wouldn't know why, but let me just look it up just for the sake of using it as an exception to the rule, I guess. So yes, I think BNB is an exception. Yeah, or no, I think it is an exception. But don't be looking at exceptions to make a rule that you're going to be living by. Why? Because look at Chainlink. Yeah. A coin that has been alive, I guess, on Binance, or I'm guessing like ever since 2020. So literally, it has been dead for 6 years. Yeah. And then XRP, a bit of a different thing, but trust me, XRP will most likely go back now. Like once, or as long as it's below $2, it can be going back to $1. For those who want to short, I wouldn't be doing this, but if you wanna just gamble $10, put a stop loss that a bit wide, and then target the low, and then maybe, I'm not sure how wide you want it, but just make sure that's only a joke trade, and then see how most likely it's going to be going down. So it is an exception for the time being, but I'm still skeptical on it. But other than that, name the coin, I show you the same exact failure of a life. Like, look at this Dogecoin. Yeah, forget about the dancing little dog here, but look at this, been dead, everything is dead. Cardano, guys, most dead. I mean, I laugh at Cardano because I've got burnt by Cardano. So I'm not hating on investing on in coins just because I'm a Bitcoin guy. You know, guys, I only trade Bitcoin because Bitcoin is the best one to trade. But primarily, it has nothing to do with why I don't invest with altcoins. Yeah, and the only rebuttal, I guess, or the only comeback, or some people would tell me, "Oh, Ahmed, but I made money with thing." I'm not against investing. I'm okay with trading those coins, and I will even call your little spot investing as trading if you can do it correctly with just timing the strength of the market. For example, even though I'm against Cardano, during the time where Bitcoin got a bit bullish or a bit good, like from November or April to like here. So like Bitcoin, we had enjoyed a nice period of like a 3 to 4 month time where every single thing had gone up for like almost 4 months. So you could have bought, but don't be calling it investing. Like the only thing that I'm like hating on is like people who got like into the rain or the train of bullishness, which we only experienced for like 4 or 5 months, and didn't sell because they said, oh my god, I'm holding Cardano, I'm viewing a 2x, a 4x, and I see that it's possible to go to the all-time high. That is my issue here. Yeah. So that is why I tell you guys that I also view this as trading. Like for example, I'll use my own self as an example, not to brag, but I haven't said this for a while, so let me just say it again, guys. I bought it. I started buying like crazy to a point where most of my portfolio literally was only Ethereum, against every single thing that I'm preaching, I guess, not to be like, just to be truthful. I got against like everything that I care about and believe in, and I started buying Ethereum like crazy below 1400, 1500, 1800 and more. I start literally like my channel, I haven't, or back then I hadn't started posting on my English one, yeah, but on the Arabic one, my channel, especially my live streams, from April to August, hold on, from April to August, Champs Crypto, the Arabic one, literally did become an Ethereum channel. I was literally buying to a point where my portfolio of investing into coins got like 90% of it was Ethereum. But I didn't call this investing. This is a trade for me, but a spot smart trade where I only bought in at the mid to beginning of April, and I literally sold the top. Now forget about me perfectly selling the top. I don't want to brag about this. A bit of a brag. I post about it because that was back then the time where I just started posting on my English one. So if you sort by earliest, I guess that would be a very quick way of reaching it, and then just do it here. As you can see here, I mean, yeah. Let me count. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. So literally 25, and then the 24th video on my Champs Crypto channel was why I sold Ethereum today. And if you actually look at that date, that was literally the exact date. I lied. That was the 2 days before it topped, because I sold at this wick, and it wicked again. So literally it was 2 days before the top, and literally $100 below the top on ETH. But forget about me selling here, perfectly getting the top. It wasn't I'm not trying to prove a point about selling the top. No, I'm just saying that even if it had kept on topping out, like even if it had went up like to 6k before dropping, I would have been fine by taking profits below the old all-time high, which is like not shown here. Yeah, so I sold with us breaking all-time high, not getting to 5k. Everybody was waiting for 5k, 6k, 7k. ETH will make it. I think this bull run with the cycle with Donald Trump, ETH will go to 20x, $20,000. I'll hold. No, guys, I didn't hold. I didn't invest into ETH. I just managed to literally buy all the way up and 3x my money. I think the average was 3x, and then I sold here. I sold the top, but it could have been not the top, and I would have been fine with that. Yeah. So hopefully, guys, you've understood what I'm trying to say here. I'm not trying to say that you can't make money with altcoins by spot buying them and holding them for a bit, but I haven't seen provenly in the past 7-8 years of historic data for altcoins for any kind of coin that has kept up going up as a good investment. Most of them are look for Bitcoin, see strength in Bitcoin, start seeing Bitcoin pumping like start seeing Bitcoin like bottoming out on April, giving us a nice pump, and then like look for coins, enjoy the madness of everybody being stupid enough to talk about every 20x. You get 100%, 50%, you run, and don't call it investing, call it a trade. Yeah, like I will allow you to look at buying, for example, Cardano. Well, let me use that as an example. Like you could have bought Cardano. It looks now good in hindsight, but I'm just using an example. You could have bought at 34 cents and kept holding it for, let me count here, kept holding it for 7 days and made 30%. So I'm not against literally spot buying and owning Cardano. I'm against viewing it as an investment that you're willing to hold for more than 2 months in a day. Yeah. Give me a second here. All right. Uh, Give me a second here. Uh, Hold on. I'm just doing something that is not that important, but kind of important. So hold on a second. Let me do this, and then maybe because you can relax a bit from me talking a lot. So give me a second here. All right, I think we are good to go. Let me see what you guys think about the rant that I just done. We got multiple rants here: investing rant and trading rant. So hopefully, guys don't get sick of me talking about this stuff because I said it. I say it at an average of once a month, I guess. Uh, so let me see. Ahmed, hi Ahmed, my guy, just got out of my meeting and had to run quick to catch up with your live. Just saying hello. Thank you, TV Box. Thank you, Legend. We got also Crypto Wedge with a retracted message, I guess, but I'm just saying hello. How much capital did you have when you started as a full-time trader? I guess it's an indication of how much you would be enough if when learning. To be honest, at the beginning, I was both an investor and a trader and someone who ran like a side hustle businesses. So it was a bit more than the average. So I don't want to give like actual numbers. It was more than 20K. Let me put it this way. Uh, yeah, but I also had invested into Bitcoin and stuff. So I was young into crypto in general. So that's why I don't want to use myself as a perfect example. I got into Bitcoin and like crypto in general when it was like 2016, 2017. I was like how old? If I'm correct, like 12, 13. Yeah. So I guess I'm not a good example of how much I had to start with. Yeah. But thank you for asking me. I guess I tried my best to answer. So, will you long now or wait for NY opens? I will long when it's given as an opportunity. Hi, hey Ahmed, I just joined the stream. I was waiting for the Telegram notification. I'll need to catch up. All right, thank you for joining. Let me see. Didn't I post? Yeah, I did post on Telegram, so I'm not sure. Hi Ahmed, is a anchored view up from the 21st November low somewhat important? 21st? No, let me see where 20. No. Why? Because it has been broken. So I don't keep lines from bottoms or tops that don't reflect a held trend. Yeah. So why hold this when we already have dropped it? Like if you do this, you'll end up having like 100 lines. You have to put a limit to when you start deleting lines. So no, it's no longer valid. Was valid, no longer valid. Or only short when reaching. Exactly, it's about reaching, not the time, but preferably with NY. Uh, yep. So nice seeing you guys having a conversation. Uh, yeah, I'm not trying to read it all because I'm supposing that it's to others, but hopefully it doesn't require something that I need to talk about. Altcoin liquidity is spread very thin. Too many projects. Trading only. Exactly. Like you are kidding yourself and you're lying to yourself if you think you're wasting money and potentially even like willing to lose a lot if you start investing. Like I've seen coins, guys, polka dot. By the way, I bought most of those. Like I'm not speaking from a point of like being higher than you or oh look at me, I only like Bitcoin and I invest into Bitcoin and stocks. And no, I'm using trades to make money and then invest smartly because crypto has not yet proven itself as a smart investment. That's it. That is a fact. Yeah, I don't care if you guys or one of you guys don't. Believe it. If you don't believe it, that is fine. I like difference in opinions, but I would tell you to either believe it without trying it or try it, get burnt, lose all of money by not all hopefully, but some of your money by getting coins literally going down 95%. For example, like where's dot? I'm trying to look for dot. Dot had literally Like, look at this. One of the most amazing, most famous coins, even had lines. Even look at this. Like, we got more action. By the way, look at this, guys. Dot has been dropping. So like, you could have made money. Like, I'm not saying that you can't make money with coins. Like, look at this. Dot kept on pumping for like almost half a year or a third of a year. Yep. So you could have literally third of a year. You could have made money, but not by investing. Like, it was a maximum for you to hold for 4 months. Anyone who like waited for $100 or whatever, 100x, 200x, and said, "Oh my God, I'll wait." Okay, we waited, but what happened? You literally lost. Like, assuming you bought, for example, at $30 as an average way of, I mean, picking a number, 93%. If you bought the top, it is literally 96. And some of you guys think that it can't go lower. No, guys, mathematically, as long as the coin doesn't go to zero, literally zero with no digits or no decimal points, it can literally drop 99%, and then from that 99%, drop another 99%, and so on and so on, so forth. So as you can see here, like, we can still drop mathematically another 99%. And from this 99%, we can still, without going to zero, just slightly, if I do it correctly or zoom in, we can go again to 99%. Just to prove a point, I'm going to do it. As you can see here, it will never go to the negatives. As you can see, 99%. It's going to be very tricky, but like, as soon as you go to here, to point, you can zoom in and drop another 99% without going to zero, by the way. And still, from 0.002, you can drop another 99% for those who don't know math. Thank you, guys. I see. I'm enjoying the conversation that you guys are having. I mean, I haven't read them fully, but thank you. I thank you. Hopefully, it's a respectful one. I assume it's a respectful one with the names that are having the conversation. Ahmed, did you already cover your long and shorts? Absolutely, because like, it has already been an hour and 25 minutes, and also this stream would probably end like very soon, like literally very soon, like in a couple of minutes or seconds. Why? Because I have an event to attend to, a place to go to, so I'll also need to get every live done. So, but thank you though. Thank you, Wayne, for answering. Thank you, Kropi, for joining in. Thank you, Wayne, for again. I mean, literally the past 8 comments are Mitwalli and Wayne and Dennis. I'm not sure who else, like, having a conversation. Thank you guys for being amazing. Yep. A final reminder for those who have made an account with previous an account on weeks. I would love to move affiliate. As I told you guys, we've got the link to my email, official at Champs Crypto. Just send me an email and tell me, hey, I have an account on weeks previously and I would love to move to your affiliate, as you can see, and I will get weeks to work on it. And obviously, guys, we got the first link in the description, which is for weeks. This is for those who already have never made an account on weeks. So if you want to support me, get the best or use the best trading exchange, and also get a nice bonus with no KYC, start trading in the place or at the place and at the exchange that I'm trading at, then that would be fine and amazing. But obviously, you can do it over on Google or App Store. But if you want to support me, you can just click on this link. That would take you to the sign up page. It is an affiliate link, so clicking on it would take you, or would make you make an account with my referral code, which is champs, all lowercase, as you can see. I'm not sure if I can zoom in. Let me see if I can. Yes, so for those who want to take a deeper look at what the referral code is, for those who want to do it manually, it is CHAMPS, but all lowercase. Make sure the C is lowercase and champs has an S. Yeah, so that is a referral code, but clicking on it or clicking on the affiliate link would do it for you. I mean, quickly. As I told you guys, this is only to support me, plus get you a nice trading bonus. Nothing at all. It's not me selling you the dream. Yes, it is an affiliate link. Yes, you will be supporting me, but if you don't want to, that is fine. And also a final mention that we got the free Telegram channel. I have nothing to sell you, but it is a free Telegram channel that I post links to. So whenever I go live, I post a link. Whenever I make a video, I post a link. And also, I do try to post at least once a day, if I can get the time to, in the morning, about like potential trades. So for those who want to catch a summary of potential trades every single day, I try to do it, not 100%, but I try to do it on the free Telegram channel, and also whenever I'm updating a certain status of a trade, I will make a little quick post on the free Telegram channel. As I told you guys, this is, and the legend Wayne just posted the link to the free Telegram channel, so it's either from the description or from the comment section. We got Wayne the legend helping me out, and as I told you, weeks has some nice offers and some nice bonuses. Thank you also for giving me the Instagram, or commenting the Instagram. Ahmed on chart is my handle on Instagram, commented by Wayne the legend again. So thank you, brother, for helping out again. And as I told you guys, I'm just waiting for NY Open, waiting for trades, and waiting for being smart about it. We are only 2 likes away, or 3, I guess. I mean, Renata told us 2, so let's see. Let's push to 50 likes, end off the stream with a banger, I guess. Not hitting the 100 likes, but I mean, 50 people showing their love. Love is amazing, to be honest. So thank you guys for being amazing, for being legends, and hopefully I'll see you probably tomorrow as usual. Not probably, hopefully. I'm wishing to see you guys tomorrow. I'm always excited and ecstatic to be coming up, showing up, talking about trades, talking about investing, ranting, hopefully like giving something that is useful and thoughtful, and hopefully something that you can use to build upon, and also get yourself closer and closer, if you're not already, into profitability in the realm of trading and investing well, right? So that is, I think, the sign. We got 50 likes as an achievement, as an objective. Thank you, everyone. So I'll thank Renata, the women, but it's everyone. But Renata has been doing a wonderful job of pushing the like button, or pushing the goal of getting the like button hit. So thank you, Renata, again. Thank you, obviously, our moderator, the legend Wayne, and whoever just commented or mentioned or even watched for a second, giving me a second of your day to watch me, is a blessing that we have gotten by building this amazing channel. As I told you guys, I will never ask you to sub, but if you already subscribed, make sure that you've got the notification bell on, because videos and the live streams are very time sensitive. You will either watch them at the moment of time, or literally 2 hours from the posting, or they already have expired and they are are no longer useful. So make sure you got the notification bell turned on with the free Telegram channel joined, so that you are ready to watch every single day and make money